And we're ready for the start of Championship Saturday here on the campus of Randolph-Macon College as the Yellow Jackets play host to Virginia Wesleyan College. I'm Richie Wagoner, Holland Sports Information Director, here to bring you the action all day long. We had two big wins earlier in the semifinal rounds, both sweeps. Randolph-Macon dispatched of Roanoke College by the identical three scores of 25-16 each of the three sets. Then in the second semifinal, Virginia Wesleyan got a bit of revenge over Washington and Lee. It was Washington and Lee as the 3 seed that knocked out the Marlins last year. This year, the Marlins flipped the script, 25-13, 25-21, 25-21 for a 3-set victory. We had the lineups earlier, the starting lineups for each team. For Randolph-Macon, Rachel Wyatt, Erin Quinn will start as the setter, Emily Ortiz, Addie Cooper, Katie Rosberg, Courtney Lowers, and the libero, Samantha Saladay. For the Marlins, it'll be Dare Wright, Maddie Starr, Rosalind Ludovici, Kirsten Sessoms, Emily Pearson, as Sessoms and Pearson, both setters, will be starting for the Marlins. Tiffany Barrett, who led the way this morning, and their libero, Marin Crowder. So Crowder takes the ball as Virginia Wesleyan will serve first, and this championship is underway. There's Barrett from her left side position. That's number 3, Wyatt, blocked early as Sessoms and Ludovici combined for the block. And the first point goes to the visitors from Virginia Beach. Marlins lead 1-0. Rosberg, the senior from Crozet, Western Albemarle High School, slams it through the middle of the defense and ties the match at 1. Nice serve by Katie Rosberg. So often you see someone at the net will make a big play, whether it be a block or a kill, and then they take the ball behind the service line, carry that momentum, and score a couple of points from behind the line. Courtney Lowers, as the seniors, taking over here early for Randolph-Macon. First Rosberg, now Lowers. Randolph-Macon leads 3-1 early. Both teams took advantage of early runs in their semifinal matchups as we have a block at the net. Lowers and number 9, Addie Cooper, combined to send the attack back to the Marlins. There was depends which side of the coin you're on for that one. It was either very unlucky if you're Virginia Wesleyan or a perfect serve for Randolph-Macon, and that's going to force Coach Hoover to take an early timeout as Randolph-Macon 5-1 is the early lead. We saw this in both of the semifinal matchups early. Both these teams raced out to early leads, took that momentum, and really cruised to 3-set victories. It was interesting to see who was going to experience the momentum first in this final matchup, and it is Randolph-Macon, who has some unfinished business. After being the number 1 seed last year, was knocked out in the first semifinal match by a Lynchburg College team that ultimately fell in the finals. But Randolph-Macon on their home floor knocked out early last year. This year they would have none of that as they dominated Roanoke College, and here in the early going, enjoy an early lead. 5-1 as Rosberg puts the ball back into play. Crowder with the dig. Pearson across to Barrett. And a nice job right there by Tiffany Barrett, and a good use of the timeout by the Marlins. So Virginia Wesleyan able to stifle that first big run by the Yellow Jackets, but Randolph-Macon still leads 5-2. Lowers, right where she left off in the earlier match. 26 kills for the reigning ODAC Player of the Year, and she already has 2 early ones here in this match. Nice dig on the back row. Back to Lowers. And This time shows her versatility. Instead of the power spike that you saw the play before, this time she floated the ball to an open area between a pair of Marlin defenders. And that's 3 kills for Lowers, 7 points for the Yellow Jackets. Nice hustle by Randolph-Macon to keep that ball in play. That's going to set up a free ball opportunity, and Barrett takes advantage for the Marlins. And that's going to be key today, seeing if you can take advantage of those free ball chances. When you've got 2 good teams, there's going to be a lot of deflections at the net, a lot of balls will be put back into play, and if you can get those free ball opportunities, you really need to take advantage of them. Lowers pounds it down through the defenders for yet another Yellow Jacket point. So 26 kills in the first match, 4 already here to start this final match. Nice job right there by Virginia Wesleyan as Sessom sets up Ludovici in the middle. And number 7, Rosalind Ludovici, gets the ball back for the Marlins. Here's the free ball opportunity. See if they can take advantage. But a nice dig by one of the best in the ODAC. That's number 21, Samantha Saladay. She was tied for the league lead during the regular season with Marion Crowder, her libero counterpart. Both had 505 digs coming into this morning's action. Lowers serves for the Yellow Jackets with a 5-point lead. And there is Colleen Beaver back up to her tricks that she played there in that first match. Another block for number 30 Beaver. She was assisted by number 6, that's Emily Ortiz. So Ortiz and Beavers with the block. Now Randolph-Macon enjoys their largest lead of this final match. Ortiz pounds it, but Barrett with a nice save. Now here comes the free ball chance. They set up Rossberg on the left side. She wasn't able to capitalize. Saladay sets up Lowers from the back row. It's sent back to her, though, by number 4. That was right. And now we've got the first long rally of the match. It looked like Katie Rossberg had put it away, but the ball was just inches long on the back line. And that's going to be the point, much needed point for the Marlins. Now the crowd is starting to pick it up here as the opposite side of us, I don't know if you can tell on your screen there, but is completely packed with fans of both schools. As number 3, that's Denisha Hall. She had a nice semifinal match against the Generals, but unable to convert there. And now Saladay takes the serve behind the line. 11-5 is your lead for Randolph-Macon. Nice job right there. Dare Wright, she was able to put it away from the right side, and we're going to have another quick timeout by Hoover. So 12-5 is the Randolph-Macon lead, and that gives us a moment to thank some of our sponsors. The Old Dominion Athletic Conference thanks Farm Bureau Insurance and Chantel for its ongoing support of the ODAC Volleyball Tournament and several campus conference-wide awards. Partners in Excellence, the ODAC, Virginia Farm Bureau Insurance, and Chantel all work together to spotlight outstanding achievements in Division III collegiate athletics. Virginia Farm Bureau Insurance. Keep Virginia, Virginia. Now we're back as they said that Virginia Wesleyan was in the net on that last point, so it will go to the Yellow Jackets and the 7-point lead here in the early going. Coach Hoover, sensing this game getting out of hand quickly, took her second time out, but it did not work as Randolph-Macon continues this run. 13-5 to start this championship match. Service ace by Saladay. Virginia Wesleyan in complete control here in the early going. Saladay, 26 service aces on the regular season. Add a couple to that total. As Randolph-Macon clicking on all cylinders here. The ODAC's #1 seed playing just like that here in the early going of the 2015 Volleyball Championship match. Perfect placement by Wyatt. That allows Rossberg an opportunity. Nice net play by the Marlins. A free ball opportunity, blocked once again. And Randolph-Macon just has to put it in play. Pearson sets up Sessoms from the right side to no avail. Lowers from the back row. #4, that's there. Wright was there, but it didn't look like that ball was going to get over the net, so it's going to be point to the Marlins. So a much needed stop by Virginia Wesleyan, and now going to be #5, Maddie Starr, who needs to serve the visitors back into this match, and does just that, getting the first point of her service rotation. Randolph-Macon asking the officials if that was a tip ball or not. The officials said no, it was not, and that's point to Virginia Wesleyan. Riley Martin sets up Rachel Wyatt. Wyatt unable to catch the ball on the way down. Another one goes long, and then just like that, Virginia Wesleyan enjoyed 4 straight points. That's a killer right there, especially when you're trying to come back from a large deficit. You can't give the points away on unforced errors. And unfortunately for Virginia Wesleyan, they came up with the service error. They had 8 of those in their semifinal match with Washington Lee, as both teams combined for 16 service errors in that second semifinal match. Virginia Wesleyan, good use of the timeouts by Coach Hoover. Now they've experienced some success here in trying to get back into this matchup. Doesn't necessarily matter if they come back and win this first set. They just did not want Randolph-Macon to get to a big lead and then cruise to an easy victory. They want to show some fight here because we could be in for a long afternoon if these two teams are both playing at their very best. Lowers on the left side goes right down the line. They're going to say it was wide. Don't know if Randolph-Macon or their coach, Bill Rogers, agree with that call. But it looks like it was out by just inches on the left sideline. So Kirsten Sessoms, the senior setter, puts the ball in play for the Marlins. Nice job right there by Virginia Wesleyan, but it's going to lead to a free ball opportunity. And from the middle, it's Addie Cooper. Nice job by Sessoms to put the ball back in play. Quinn sets Lowers on the left side, and Courtney Lowers powers it home for the Yellow Jackets. So already 6 kills for the senior from Suffolk. Nice job right there by Tiffany Barrett as she used the entire floor instead of going with the power, just finesse the ball around the block of Randolph-Macon to an open area. 18-11 is the score. Virginia Wesleyan trying to scratch and claw back in this championship match. Nice block right there. As Lowers and Addie Cooper were on the left side, they were able to take the spike by Christina Scott and send it right back into the interior of the Virginia Wesleyan defense. Riley Martin, the senior, serving for Randolph-Macon. Sessoms tries to go back left corner, a little strong for the senior. And it's going to be now 20-11 Randolph-Macon. Randolph-Macon picking up right where they left off against Roanoke College earlier today when they cruised to a 3-set victory. Lowers once again on that left side. make it now 7 kills for Courtney Lowers. Riley Martin once again puts it in play. Hall with the attack, but the block, and there's that duo once again. That's Colleen Beaver and Emily Ortiz. So another assisted block for that duo as they have combined, going on double-digit blocks here in the 2 matches thus far today. Nice job by Lowers. She used the defense against them. She mistimed her jump, but she floated in the air long enough to feather that ball right over top the defense, and Randolph-Macon getting very close to closing out this first set. It's going to be a free ball opportunity. Rosberg to Martin to Ortiz, off the fingertips of Hall. And now Riley Martin will take the ball 1 point away from closing out the Marlins in this first set, 25-11. Barrett attacks from the back row, but a nice dig by Saladay. Now they're going to set up Lowers. She pounds it down. Nice save by Ortiz. Rosberg from the back row. Diving stop by Tiffany Barrett. They set up Hall on the outside. She tries to feather it over the top. They're going to say it went around the post, and that is out of play. Point to Randolph-Macon. So the first set is in the books. And Randolph-Macon jumped out to an early lead and cruised 25-11 in the opening set of the 2015 Old Dominion Athletic Conference Volleyball Championship. We've got about 2.5 minutes in between sets, so we're going to take about a 30-second break. You're watching ODAC Championship Volleyball on ODACLive.com. We're back. Richie Wagner bringing you the action here. The championship match of the 2015 ODAC Volleyball Championships. The first set won easily by the #1 seeded Yellow Jackets of Randolph-Macon. Randolph-Macon number 4 in the latest regional rankings, looking to secure their berth in the 2015 NCAA National Championship Tournament with a victory here in the championships today. That first set, total domination by the Yellow Jackets. 11 kills on 32 attacks, 14 digs. They did have 4 blocks, so 4 blocks already. Had 12 blocks in that first match. They're averaging 4 blocks per set. They did have 11 assists. Virginia Wesleyan, 5 kills on 29 attempts, but they did have 9 attack errors. They did have 11 digs, a block of their own, 1 service error, and 5 assists. Just a quick chance to say that Moulton, USA is proud to be the official volleyball of the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. Moulton congratulates the teams who compete at the highest level and do so with integrity and sportsmanship. Connect with Moulton at MoultonUSA.com and on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Moulton for the real game. So Randolph-Macon, a quick set. 1-0 lead for the Yellow Jackets as they look to claim the coveted 2015 ODAC Volleyball Tournament Championship and complete a perfect ODAC season. 11-0 in the regular season, 2-0 thus far in the tournament, and a chance to finish off a 14-0 run against conference competition. similar starting lineups, the exact starting lineup for the Marlins. Just one correction or one change for Randolph-Macon, and usually depends on who's serving first and where the rotation lands, but that's number 4, Aaron Quinn, serving first for the Yellow Jackets. Wyatt, nice cross-court attack, and Rachel Wyatt, a junior from Virginia Beach, Virginia, right in the backyard of Virginia Wesleyan, puts it away, and Randolph-Macon takes the first point of set number 2, make it 2 points as communication breakdown between a pair of Marlin teammates on the back row led to another service ace for the Yellow Jackets. Quinn with their third serve. It's played. They're going to set up Sessoms, who tries to go cross court. Lowers is going to attack from the back row. Nice diving dig right there by number 18, Emily Pearson. Sets up Tiffany Barrett. Barrett unable to capitalize. And just like that, the Yellow Jackets lead 3-0. Another fantastic serve by Quinn, and that's going to lead to a quick timeout by Coach Andrea Hoover. And just like set number 1, a 4-0 start for the Yellow Jackets has the Marlins on their heels.
Moulton USA is proud to be the official volleyball of the Ultimate in Athletic Conference. Moulton congratulates the teams who compete at the highest level and do so with integrity and sportsmanship. Connect with Moulton at moultonusa.com.
Quick timeout
Facebook, Twitter,
by
and
the Marlins
Instagram.
as they try and stay in this second set here in the early going. Eerily similar to the first set if you're a fan of Virginia Wesleyan, as the Marlins found themselves down early, weren't able to dig themselves out of a big early hole and fell 25-11 in this championship match opener. Nice job there by Ludovici, who floats the attack over top of the defense for the point. And Virginia Wesleyan got the stop they needed out of the timeout. Now they need to try and add to their point total with Kirsten Sessoms taking the ball. Barrett with the attack goes long. Randolph-Macon now they're trying to see if that ball was tipped. The officials looking at one another, they're going to say that it was tipped. So that's going to be a much needed point for the Marlins as they try and get back into this game. Saladay handles it. They go to Lowers. Nice attack by the senior. A heady play. It looked like she was going to go up for the power spike. Instead, floated it over the defense. No one covered the middle of the floor, and right now, some defensive breakdowns for the Marlins. They're going to have a ball handling error on Virginia Wesleyan, and right now the Marlins appear to be rattled. The crowd in the gym here at Crenshaw Gymnasium is starting to voice its appreciation for what they're seeing out of the home team right now. A lot of stomping of the feet and cheering, yellow pom-poms all over the gym as Randolph-Macon enjoys an 8-2 lead. Rachel Wyatt serves from right down the middle. And they're going to say she was just long with that one. Looked like she may have had a chance to nipped that end line, was not able to, and the ball sailed out of play. Talked about being championship weekend around the ODAC. We have other events going on right now in earlier action. In addition to the volleyball, we had a men's soccer, a pair of semifinals. Washington and Lee defeated Virginia Wesleyan College 4-2 in one men's soccer semifinal. On the women's side, the defending ODAC and national champions from Lynchburg College beat the Marlins 4-0. In the other semifinal, the number 6 seed Roanoke College Maroons upset the number 2 seed Shenandoah Hornets 1-0, setting up a showdown with Lynchburg College tomorrow for the ODAC women's soccer crown. And in the other men's semifinal, Randolph College in double overtime defeated Roanoke College 2-1. So a lot of other action going on around the ODAC. We appreciate our sponsors, Virginia Farm Bureau Insurance, Chantel, and Field Turf, as they are allowing us to bring you all the ODAC championship action on the web at odaclive.com. Randolph-Macon leads 10-4. Virginia Wesleyan's Emily Pearson takes the ball behind the service line. And Randolph-Macon back on the attack. They're going to have a free ball opportunity here. And unable to put it away was Colleen Beaver. Virginia Wesleyan tracks down the loose ball. It hits off of the post. And that is now going to be a point for the home team. So 11-4 Randolph-Macon. As Lauer serves. Nice job there by Christina Scott, but handled by the Yellow Jackets. That time they went back to that soft middle area, but Scott was there to cover up. Randolph-Macon gets it over. Free ball opportunity. Scott with the attack, no good. But it got the job done as the first touch in the back row sent the setter, that was number 5, Riley Martin, into the net. And Virginia Wesleyan comes away with the point off of the long rally. Nice job right there defensively, as Emily Pearson made a fantastic dig. They got the ball back to Tiffany Barrett. She was able to put it home for the Marlins, who have cut the lead down to 5. Katie Rosberg tries to take advantage, unable to, as the assisted block between number 4, Dare Wright, number 14, Kirsten Sessoms, has inched the Marlins even closer. Number 6, Ortiz, with the slam, is going to lead to a free ball opportunity. Lowers to Martin to Rosberg, but once again the duo of Sessoms and Wright up to the task. So 2 straight blocks by the duo of Kirsten Sessoms and Dare Wright have gotten Virginia Wesleyan as close as they've been since the first 3 points of this set. This time, the block goes to the disadvantage of the Marlins as the ball was tipped by Wright and fell harmlessly to an open spot of the floor. Barrett laughing with her teammates as she went up for the attack, mistimed her jump, barely got a piece of it, but it threw the defense off and fell into the middle of 3 Yellow Jackets. Got to scramble situation. Barrett has the first opportunity to end the point, cannot. They go back to Rossberg, and this time she puts it away as a diving Marion Crowder unable to come up with the Katie Rossberg attack. Rossberg starting to feel it now, hitting it harder and harder every time. But so far, Virginia Wesleyan's been up to the task. Another long rally. This time, Rossberg off the block down the line, used a little more finesse. And they've built the lead back up to 5, 14-9. Nice attack that time by Virginia Wesleyan. Off the two blockers. And point for the Marlins. So 15-10, Randolph-Macon still in control. Virginia Wesleyan was able to cut the lead to 3, but they've been able to get no closer as Randolph-Macon has started to pull back away, and that was Lowers once again with her 13th kill, and that's going to lead to the second and final timeout for Virginia Wesleyan here in this second set. So a 4-0 start by Randolph-Macon. They pushed the lead out to as many as 6 before Virginia Wesleyan cut the lead to 3, and now Randolph-Macon back with the momentum and a 6-point lead, 16-10, as we're past the midway point of this second stanza. The Old Dominion Athletic Conference would like to thank Virginia Farm Bureau Insurance and Chantel for their ongoing support of not only the ODAC volleyball tournament, but several conference-wide awards. Partners in excellence, the ODAC, Virginia Farm Bureau Insurance, and Chantel. Katie Rossberg takes the ball for the Yellow Jackets, puts it into play, and we're back in action as Hall from the middle position. She had been playing primarily the left side during the first match, now is playing some middle for the Marlins. She was able to beat 3 defenders from Randolph-Macon. And now a nice serve, caught a service ace as Tiffany Barrett put a laser shot into the back left corner of the Randolph-Macon defense, and just like that, Virginia Wesleyan has cut the lead back to 4. Starting to heat up here. The players starting to sweat a little bit more every time they dive on the floor. We're having to make sure that we mop that up. If you were watching the second semifinal, a couple of players went up for some attacks and blocks, lost their footing a little bit, and want to make sure that we keep it as safe as we can for these fine ODAC athletes. Hall with the cross-court attack, and Virginia Wesleyan back to within 3. Coach Hoover's crew doing a great job of hanging around. Now they need to see if they can rattle off 3 or 4 points in a row and see what it's like to play from ahead for a change during this championship match. Nice dig on the back row by Quinn, but that's going to lead to a free ball opportunity. Sessoms goes cross court. And that's going to be a point for the Marlins. Christina Scott was able to take the cross-court pass, make Randolph-Macon scramble a little bit on the defensive end. So one-time 6-point lead is now down to 2. Courtney Lowers will have none of that, as the senior has been the rally killer so far here today. That's 13 kills now. So already halfway to her total of 26 that she posted in that first semifinal this morning. A miss hit from Virginia Wesleyan, and it's the thing about pushing the rock uphill. I used to talk about it when I was coaching basketball. When you fall behind, you start having to push that rock uphill. Playing from behind, sometimes you're able to close that gap, but eventually that rock gets so heavy it just rolls back on top of you, and that's what's happening here in this second set. Every time Virginia Wesleyan closes the gap to 2 or 3, Randolph-Macon rattles off 3 or 4 points of their own, and just like that, it's once again a 5-point lead and a comfortable advantage as we enter the final stages of the second set. 19-15 is the lead. So Virginia Wesleyan still facing that 4-point deficit that they did back from the first 4 points of set number 2. There's Lowers with the cross court, but Ludovici, a nice job with the dig. That sets up Hall, but a nice dig on the other side by Quinn. There's a battle at the net, won by Randolph-Macon, and the ball is going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Marlins. They're going to change their mind and say that it is indeed Virginia Wesleyan ball, as the officials, much to the chagrin of this partisan Randolph-Macon crowd, changed the call, but once again it was Lowers who had the answer for the Yellow Jackets. Number 5, Riley Martin, takes the ball with a 4-point lead, 20-16 for Randolph-Macon. Nice play in the middle, but Wright was denied by the interior defense of the Yellow Jackets. But Hall on the right side now, so she's played all over the front row. She's played some left side. We saw her attack from the middle, and now from the right side. And the freshman from Quantico, Virginia, will take a seat as her rotation on the front row is over with a nice attack and kill. Lowers once again, power this time from the right side. So that's now 15 kills in 2 sets of play thus far. Crowder to Pearson. Pearson goes to Wright. Wright cross court is picked up by Martin. Martin sets up Emily Ortiz. Nice dig by Pearson. They set up Barrett on the back row. Lowers up to the task. And that was number 4, Dare Wright, who came over the net to attack that ball. Did not allow the ball to get to her side of the net. That's a violation and another point for the Yellow Jackets. Pearson goes cross court, and that's number 10, Scott, unable to put it away, and Randolph-Macon now opening it up here in the late stages of set number 2. A tough first touch is leading to a battle at the net. Colleen Beaver wins that battle. Unfortunately, the junior was into the netting, and that would be point to the Marlins. Number 5, Maddie Starr, the libero and defensive specialist for the Marlins, taking the ball behind the service line. Rossberg goes cross court, just wide, as this raucous Randolph-Macon crowd going to have to wait just a little bit longer if they want to try and celebrate this 2-0 lead. Virginia Wesleyan inching back, still down just 4 until number 6, Ortiz, takes control from the right side. 24-19 is the lead. Samantha Saladay serves for the second set. Pearson to Barrett. Off the fingertips. Rosberg. Martin back to Rosberg. She goes long and she's looking at herself. She's like, how in the world did I miss that one? If you're watching here on ODAClive.com, you're going to see that the senior just didn't finish off that attack. The ball flew harmlessly out of play. Randolph-Macon, the free ball opportunity. It's going to be attacked from the back row. Doesn't make it over the net. And that'll do it here for set number 2. 25-20 was the win. Randolph-Macon opened up a 4-0 start to start the set. Looked like they were going to cruise to an easy victory. Virginia Wesleyan kept cutting it back to 3 points, but unable to get any closer as the Marlins fall 25-20 and find themselves in a 2-0 hole. Moulton, USA is proud to be the official volleyball of the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. Moulton congratulates the teams who compete at the highest level and do so with integrity and sportsmanship. Connect with Moulton at moultonusa.com and on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Moulton for the real game. We're going to take about a 1-minute break, and then we will be back to bring you set number 3 of the 2015 Old Dominion Athletic Conference Volleyball Championships. I'm Richie Wagoner bringing you the action, and we'll be right back. Today's ODAC Championship broadcast is brought to you by Virginia Farm Bureau Insurance. Keep Virginia, Virginia. Talk to your local agent today. Shentel, the official telecommunications provider of the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. And Field Turf, the official field of the ODAC. Randolph-Macon with a 2-0 lead over the number 2 seed, Marlins of Virginia Wesleyan. I'm Richie Wagoner, Holland Sports Information Director, proud to bring you this broadcast today. Thanks to our sponsors, Virginia Farm Bureau Insurance, Shentel, and Field Turf, for allowing us to bring you ODAC Championship Volleyball live on the web. So Virginia Wesleyan needs a better start than they've seen in these first 2 sets if they're going to mount a rally and try and come back here this afternoon. Long rally is finished by number 19, Tiffany Barrett, from the left side, as Barrett puts it away, and allowing Virginia Wesleyan to enjoy a lead. And I'm sure Coach Hoover, no matter what the size of the lead is at this point, just happy to see her team ahead on the scoreboard after the first 2 sets that has been virtually all Randolph-Macon. Senior Katie Rosberg with the spike from the right side, able to once again tie this match. Set number 3 at 1 apiece. Lowers denied by diving Marion Crowder. And unfortunately, Virginia Wesleyan just a tad long on the attack. And 2-1 Randolph-Macon College. Attack in the middle by Ludovici was knocked aside by Addie Cooper. Now Virginia Wesleyan under attack once again, and Courtney Lowers with yet another attack and point for the Yellow Jackets. Lowers, the reigning ODAC Player of the Year, 26 kills in a 3-0 victory over Roanoke College, already has 17 kills here in this championship match. Tiffany Barrett doing her best with her 8th kill here this afternoon to try and keep Virginia Wesleyan in this match. Lowers once again from the outside. So make it now 18 kills for the 3-time first team All ODAC selection. There's Hall from the middle. We've seen her all over the court. The freshman from Quantico puts it down in the middle of the defense there for the Yellow Jackets. And Denisha Hall, her first year in the conference, making her presence felt here on Championship Saturday. Barrett, nice save from the back row. And that sets up Scott, who goes through the block of Cooper and Ortiz. And we're all tied up at 4 apiece. So now advantage Marlins as a ball handling error gives Virginia Wesleyan an opportunity to retake the lead. 5-4, Marlins by 1. Right there, miscommunication as 3 different Virginia Wesleyan players look at one another as the Lowers attack falls right in between the quote-unquote Bermuda Triangle, so to speak, of 3 Marlins. 5-5, continuation ball here at the net. Rosberg set up from the back row, elevates, unable to take it over the tape. And Virginia Wesleyan, much better start than they experienced in the first 2 sets, as we've gone back and forth to start set number 3. Lowers, too much. As Virginia Wesleyan, like Roanoke College before them this morning, no answer for the senior from Suffolk. 19 kills, and we're all tied up at 6 apiece. Now Colleen Beaver, she's been a block machine at the net. Already 9 blocks in the 2 matches today. She adds an attack and a kill from her middle position. A nice answer there by number 4, Dare Wright. And once again, we're knotted at 7. So back and forth, each team enjoying time in front here. Nothing of significance. As the Ortiz attack goes wide left, and Virginia Wesleyan once again with the lead. I'm sure Coach Hoover would love to see her Marlins string together about 3 or 4 straight points and try and enjoy their first significant advantage of this championship match. It's going to be a free ball opportunity for the Marlins. They set up Rosberg. She goes cross court. but that's denied by Scott. Scott tries to go down the left line, and it was wide. 8-8 is the score. But Randolph-Macon enjoys a 2-0 lead. Service just long by Saladay. As Marion Crowder almost played that ball at the last second in a matrix-style move, contorted her body away from it, and Virginia Wesleyan back on top. Nice save right there by Rachel Wyatt as the ball hit the tape and almost fell for a service ace, but now Randolph-Macon has a chance. A nice dig from the back row is going to set up Barrett. She's stopped by Randolph-Macon as we're experiencing one of those long rallies. Sessoms tries to put it away, cannot. And from the middle, it's Colleen Beaver once again. Beaver, a nice rotation that time for the sophomore from Fredericksburg, Virginia. So a nice rotation at the net for Colleen Beaver, and once again tied 9-9. Barrett tries to float one over the top. Nice defensive rotation by the Yellow Jackets. A continuation opportunity and a nice block at the net by number 4, Dare Wright, who went up side by side with number 19, Tiffany Barrett, to thwart the middle attack by the Yellow Jackets. Rosberg floats one over the top. Sessoms is there. Barrett off the block of Cooper and Wyatt. And now Virginia Wesleyan with a 2-point lead. Virginia Wesleyan trying to build some momentum here as they look to mount a comeback in set number 3. Nice diving play by Lauer, saves it to Wyatt, but another opportunity, this time from the middle by Ludovici, but another great save by Randolph-Macon. They're just clicking on all cylinders right now, but it wasn't enough as Tiffany Barrett finally puts away the attack. And that is not only the largest lead of the evening, but the largest lead of this match for Virginia Wesleyan. 12-9, the visitors have the lead. Wyatt tries to put it away, but she is stopped by Crowder. And another attack between the two blockers as Tiffany Barrett goes right between number 9, Addie Cooper, and number 10, Katie Rosberg, for the point. So all this is occurring right now while Courtney Lowers is stuck on the back row. Randolph-Macon needs a stop so they can get their workhorse back up front. But Tiffany Barrett taking over right now, and that's going to force a timeout from Randolph-Macon. So now the Virginia Wesleyan faithful to their feet, cheering on their Marlins as they see Virginia Wesleyan earn a 14-9 lead. So timeout by Coach Bill Rogers to talk to his team. They've had a couple of opportunities here that have been turned aside by nice plays from the back row, led by number 24, Marion Crowder, and number 14, Kirsten Sessoms. Number 19, Tiffany Barrett, at the net, has been carrying the load for the Marlins. Virginia Wesleyan 14, Randolph-Macon 9, as the Marlins have scratched and clawed and fought their way back into this match. Trailing 2-0, but enjoying a 5-point lead as we've just passed the midway point of set number 3. See if Randolph-Macon can use the timeout to stop the momentum. Unable to, as Rosberg is in the net. And now Virginia Wesleyan is flipping the script, carrying all the momentum versus their host, the number 1 seeded Yellow Jackets. go to Wyatt to try and stop the bleeding, unable to, and that's going to lead to another Barrett attack. Lowers is there in the back row, and they're going to set Wyatt up once again on the left side. But it's not the authority from the left side that they have when Courtney Lowers is on the front row. But a nice play right there as Randolph-Macon finally stops the Virginia Wesleyan run, and Katie Rosberg is going to take the ball to the service line and see if she can get the momentum back for the Yellow Jackets. Barrett goes for the block, or excuse me, for the attack in the middle. Misplays it. She tried to go around the block and instead hit the ball into the net. The service error has eliminated any opportunity that Randolph-Macon had for stringing some points together to try and get back in this third set. Lowers with authority on the left side, and it's just a different ball game. Courtney Lowers is in the front row for the Yellow Jackets. So 21 kills for Lowers, and now she's back in the front row, but there's that young lady again. Number 3, Hall, the freshman, Denisha Hall, in the middle this time, puts it away for the Marlins. So a nice team effort by Virginia Wesleyan to get back into this match. Lowers, another kill from that left side. Right now, when she's on that left side, it's almost automatic. And she's hitting at about a 45% clip during this match so far. Nice play right there as Sessum's short set. Rosalind Ludovici in the middle. Ludovici puts it away. Just like that, Virginia Wesleyan lead back to 5. Colleen Beaver from the middle. Nice attack. Nice diving save right there by Saladay, and that allows Rosberg an opportunity, but it's saved by Virginia Wesleyan. Rosberg once again now with some more power. Dug out from the back row by Barrett. Hall attacks from the right side. She's stopped. They go opposite. This time on the right side to Ortiz. She's unable to put it away, and now we've got the long rally. Lots of times these end in an error. So see if one of these teams can take advantage of it. Right now, both teams playing solid, covering all the angles, making it tough on their opponent. And there's the error that we were talking about, the attack by Christina Scott off of the foul post, so to speak. And that gives the point to Randolph-Macon. Randolph-Macon has cut the lead back to 18 to 15. And Coach Hoover takes the timeout as she doesn't want to see this lead disappear for her Marlins. Moulton USA is proud to be the official volleyball of the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. Moulton congratulates the teams who compete at the highest level and do so with integrity and sportsmanship. Connect with Moulton at moultonusa.com and on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Moulton for the real game. Timeout taken by Virginia Wesleyan as they enjoy a 3-point lead here in set number 3. Randolph-Macon leads 2-0. But Virginia Wesleyan has flipped the script on their host so far here in this third frame, and have enjoyed the lead throughout much of this second portion of the third set. Nice attack by Scott, used the block against Randolph-Macon, out of bounds, and the lead is back to 4. So perfect use of the timeout for Coach Hoover as she was able to get the stop that she wanted. And Emily Pearson takes the ball to serve for the Marlins. Rosberg on the left side. It's long, wide. And now that pushes the lead back to 5 points for the Marlins. Randolph-Macon appeared to be on their way to a 3-set victory, but not so fast, as Virginia Wesleyan has scratched and clawed here to get back in this match as they enjoy a 4-point lead, 20-16, as we enter the final few points of set number 3. Dare Wright with the perfectly placed attack. So let's call it 21-16 now, and a 5-point lead for the second-seeded Marlins of Virginia Wesleyan. Nice diving save right there by Crowder. That's going to set up Barrett. She slams it down, but Lowers comes up with it. Goes right back to Rosberg. Down the line, it's stopped right in the middle of the court. Finds a soft spot in the middle of that defense. Once you make the defense rotate a couple of times, the middle becomes open. And Dare Wright took advantage of it. Virginia Wesleyan is poised to get right back in this match by taking set number 3. Sessoms to Pearson. And we're going to have a ball handling error as we had a communication breakdown by the Yellow Jackets in the back row. That led to the ball handling mistake. Again, the serve is right between two Randolph-Macon Yellow Jackets. That is trouble as the service ace goes to Virginia Wesleyan. This time Lowers handles it cleanly to Rosberg, who puts it away. Randolph-Macon staves off elimination for at least 1 point. 24-17, Virginia Wesleyan with their largest lead of the afternoon. Barrett looks to put it away, and she does. As Tiffany Barrett leading the way at the net for the Marlins. And Virginia Wesleyan takes set number 3, 25-17. So we're going to have a 4th set here in Crenshaw Gymnasium, as Virginia Wesleyan has just made this match a lot more interesting by taking set number 3. We're going to take about a 2-minute break, and we'll be back to bring you the 4th set of Randolph-Macon and Virginia Wesleyan. You're watching the 2015 ODAC Volleyball Championships on ODACLive.com. back to the 2015 ODAC Volleyball Championships. I'm Richie Wagner, Holland Sports Information Director. Been bringing you the action all day. Thanks for joining us. We've got ourselves a good one here. Randolph-Macon College, the #1 seed, raced out to a 2-0 lead before Virginia Wesleyan, the #2 seeded Marlins, rallied to take the third set, 25-17. We are in set number 4, with the winner receiving the automatic bid to the 2015 NCAA Division III Volleyball Championship Tournament. The Old Dominion Athletic Conference would like to thank Farm Bureau Insurance and Chantel for its ongoing support of the ODAC Volleyball Tournament and several conference-wide awards. Partners in excellence, the ODAC, Virginia Farm Bureau Insurance, and Chantel, all working together to spotlight outstanding achievements in Division III collegiate athletics. Remember, Virginia Farm Bureau Insurance, keep Virginia, Virginia. As the officials are looking at the lineups, making sure everyone is in the right spot to start set number 4 here. We will be underway with number 4. That's Aaron Quinn taking the ball for the Yellow Jackets, as they look to close out their guests from Virginia Beach and claim the 2015 Volleyball Championship. Quinn goes to Rossberg. Rossberg goes cross court, unable to come away with it. That was number 7, Morgan Seal, seeing action for the first time during this championship match. Randolph-Macon keeps the point alive before Katie Rossberg sends it cross court for the victory. And point number 1 goes to the Marlins. So Quinn puts the ball back in play. Tiffany Barrett, who's had a nice championship match here for the Marlins. 13 kills for the junior, Tiffany Barrett. But Randolph-Macon, 2 straight points to start this set. Each of the first 2 sets, they were able to start off on 4-0 runs. And that forced early timeouts for the Marlins, and they were never able to get back into the match. And Tiffany Barrett, with a kind of an excuse-me attack there, hits the net cord, falls over, and a much-needed point for the Marlins. They'll take it any way that they can get it. Kirsten Sessoms puts the ball in play, trailing by 1, as Katie Rossberg from the right side this time pounds it through the block of Virginia Wesleyan. 3-1, Randolph-Macon. This time Barrett returns the favor, as Seal and Cooper went for the block. Barrett split the block out of bounds. Point to the Marlins. Tiffany Barrett taketh, Tiffany Barrett giveth. She took the point away from the Yellow Jackets with a nice attack, and then gave the point right back with a service error. That is just the 2nd service error of the match so far for the Marlins. Nice cross-court attack by number 6, Emily Ortiz. And Randolph-Macon forcing that early timeout, just like they did in the first 2 sets that they won. They lead 5-2. 5-2 lead by Randolph-Macon College as they look to close out Virginia Wesleyan. Randolph-Macon with a 2-1 lead here in this championship match.
And the All-ODAC Tournament team. And be sure to pick up your official 2015 ODAC Volleyball Championship t-shirt. Shirts are being sold in the lobby of French Hills Amazing for $12. Cash your checks made out to the ODAC College Assembly.
Out of the Virginia Wesleyan timeout, it will be Randolph-Macon to put the ball in play as number 21, the libero, in the neon yellow shirt for the Yellow Jackets. Samantha Saladay serves a perfect ace right in front of Tiffany Barrett. A lot of top spin on that ball from Saladay, and the lead is now up to 4. Emily Ortiz, 2 attempts, 2 kills from the right side for Ortiz to start this match. The senior from Williamsburg moved outside, doing a good job for Randolph-Macon. But too much net presence there for the Marlins as they stop this early Randolph-Macon run. Flowers floats the attack to an open area. Diving attempt by Christina Scott to no avail. And Lowers now with her 23rd kill of the match. 26 kills for the senior from Suffolk in the semifinal versus Roanoke College, and now 23 here in this championship matchup. Scott smacks it through the middle of the fence. It's played well, and Lowers with yet another kill at the net. She has been dominant, and she's been on that left corner. And Virginia Wesleyan, Coach Hoover, sensing this is really the last stand for the Marlins, takes her second time out. Got to try and stop this momentum as Randolph-Macon has raced out to a 9-3 lead. Moulton, USA is proud to be the official volleyball of the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. Moulton congratulates the teams who compete at the highest level and do so with integrity and sportsmanship. Connect with Moulton at MoultonUSA.com or through social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Moulton, for the real game. Thanks for joining us on this championship Saturday. The Volleyball 2015 ODAC Volleyball Championships, a pair of semifinals this morning, held here in Crenshaw Gymnasium on the campus of Randolph-Macon College in Ashland. Randolph-Macon, the number 1 seed, knocked off the number 4 seed Maroons from Roanoke College, while Virginia Wesleyan knocked out the reigning ODAC champions from Washington and Lee in the second semifinal. And now here we are in the finals. 2-1 is the lead for the number 1 seeded Yellow Jackets. So perfect out of the timeout. Virginia Wesleyan got the stop they needed. Now they've got to work on chipping away at this 5-point Randolph-Macon lead. Ortiz now on the left side after she converted 2 attempts on the right side. Now has come over to the left side. Was able to take that one off the tape, and her 3rd kill of this 4th set. Ball handling error, but that was all set up. The serve by Lowers led to a first touch that put the setter, Emily Pearson, in a tough situation, and Pearson is unfortunately going to get credited with the error. Nice attack right there by Virginia Wesleyan. They were able to beat the double block put up by the Yellow Jackets. 11-5 is the Randolph-Macon lead. There's Rossberg back on the left side and sails the ball wide and out of play. Virginia Wesleyan, they got the stop they needed and then a point off the serve to inch closer here in this 4th set. Barrett goes cross court, but a nice diving stop by Saladay. As you're seeing 2 of the best back row players the ODAC has to offer. Number 21 in yellow is Saladay. Number 24 is Crowder in white. And they came into this morning in a deadlock, each with 505 digs, leading the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. So great all-around play from both of these teams. As Ortiz went with the jump serve, came up a little short. And Randolph-Macon sees their lead cut to 5, 12-7. Beaver attacks the middle to no avail, over to Barrett. Nice play by Riley Martin. Goes right back to Rossberg. Another diving stop by Crowder. Sets up an attempt by Barrett. She's unable to convert. And the lead is now back to 6. Virginia Wesleyan really needs to try and take advantage, as Courtney Lowers and her 50 kills on the day is stuck in the back row right now for Randolph-Macon. So Virginia Wesleyan love to get a stop and a couple of points here. There's the stop they needed. See if they can get a couple of points to shrink this Randolph-Macon advantage before Lowers gets back to that front row. And there's another point as Seal unable to convert on the left side. Make it now 13-9. So 2 straight points by the Marlins have gotten them right back in this 4th set. Service ace as Rossberg and Quinn went after it. Rossberg had to make a lunging attempt at the serve. Well placed by Kirsten Sessoms. Virginia Wesleyan getting exactly what they wanted. 4 straight points. And Coach Bill Rogers is going to take a timeout. Doesn't want to see this lead disappear, but this is the exact point in the match in the 3rd set where Virginia Wesleyan was able to break open a 9-9 tie and get themselves a 4 or 5 point advantage that they carried throughout the remainder of the set. It was when Courtney Lowers had rotated to the back row where she is now. She's in the back right corner for Randolph-Macon, unable to get to that left side where she's so dominant at the net. And Virginia Wesleyan has gone from down 6 to down just 2 during this rotation. So momentum on the side of the Marlins forces the Yellow Jackets to take a timeout. So only 1 timeout left, and that is with Randolph-Macon. They have 1 in the pocket if they need it later this set. 13-11 as Randolph-Macon has led throughout this 4th set. But things starting to get interesting as Kirsten Sessoms, the senior, back behind the service line for the Marlins. It's going to be a free ball opportunity. Sessoms goes cross court to Barrett. Barrett off the block, but a nice save by Addie Cooper. And Quinn puts the ball in play. This time they're going to go to Hall, but the block is up to the task. And that was number 10, Rossberg, number 9, Cooper, the 2 of the senior leaders on this Randolph-Macon team. And that was a huge block and point for the Yellow Jackets. Not only does it get you back to stop this run, it gets Courtney Lowers right there to that very comfortable left side, and that pays dividends right away for the Yellow Jackets. So Rossberg and Cooper came up with a huge block, and now Randolph-Macon looking to increase the lead once again. This time, Lowers is denied by the duo of number 3 Hall and number 7 Ludovici. And Virginia Wesleyan uses a block to try and get Mo back on their side. Lowers floats it over the top, and that's great recognition by a senior who's been through many a battle in the ODAC. She got stopped on a power attack to possession before. This time allowed the defenders to float in the air as she placed a perfectly feathered attack to an open area. Virginia Wesleyan will not go away. The lead is just 3. Barrett digs it out of the back to Sessoms. They go to Hall. She's been everywhere, unable to convert, but it's another opportunity, and this time Scott goes cross court. Nice dig by Saladay. They go right back to Lowers. Beautiful save by Ortiz. And now it's going to be an opportunity as Ludovici goes up to Hall. Hall goes deep cross court and unfortunately unable to find the line. Ludovici did a great job in the middle of setting up Denisha Hall. Hall just a little bit long on the attack. 17-13, a 4-point Randolph-Macon lead as Riley Martin serves and serves it long. So Virginia Wesleyan still in this match, even though they trail by 3. 2-1, Randolph-Macon trying to close out Virginia Wesleyan and pick up the hardware. Pearson, you hate to see give away points, but now's another opportunity as Lowers is back behind the service line, so she's going to be stuck in that back row for a couple of rotations here. See if Virginia Wesleyan can take advantage. This is where they made the run earlier. Now they're going to have an opportunity as Sessom short sets Wright. Dare Wright. They go to Christina Scott. This time she can't put it away. Rosberg goes down the line and with her offhand, with the left hand, was able to float the attack into the open area. And that was a huge point for Randolph-Macon as they pushed the lead back to 5. A long rally here developing as Rosberg hits that pole. And that's going to be out of play, automatic dead ball. If you're watching on ODAC Live and you see those officials twirl the flags in the air, that means that the ball has either gone around or has hit one of those posts. That's an automatic point for the other team. So another long rally. Virginia Wesleyan needs to try and win this, and they do as Tiffany Barrett takes it. Goes cross court. And this time Saladay unable to make the sliding dig from the back row. So still a 3-point game. Flowers in the back row. Number 6, Emily Ortiz. That's the 3rd time from the right side that Ortiz has come up huge for the Yellow Jackets. And now Ortiz takes the serve. And Randolph-Macon just 5 points away from securing another ODAC championship. Ortiz a little fired up from that last attack. Goes long on the serve. Rosberg once again. It goes around the post, and that's out of play. Now, Virginia Wesleyan, with Maren Crowder serving, has cut the lead to just 2. Randolph-Macon does have 1 timeout remaining, and don't be surprised if you see them take it right here, as their lead has all but evaporated. Coach Bill Rogers going to take the timeout. It's 20-19, Randolph-Macon. What a spirited rally by the Marlins. Found themselves down 5 or 6 points during this 3rd set, but they have rallied back. And so far, both times that Courtney Lowers has rotated to the back row, Virginia Wesleyan has taken advantage. And during those 2 rotations, they've gone from down 6 to down just a single point, as both teams have used their allotment of timeouts for this set. So neither team going to be able to stop the other's momentum by virtue of the timeout. So now Randolph-Macon needs to rely on someone besides Lowers to get a stop here. Colleen Beaver has been solid for Randolph-Macon in the middle. Number 7, that's Seal, Morgan Seal, who started this 4th set in the game. Katie Rosberg will more than likely be taking the left side. Instead, they go to Lowers from the back row, but a nice diving save by Pearson and a lunging effort by Crowder has kept Virginia Wesleyan in the point, and now they have a chance to go to Barrett. They do, but Rossberg comes up with the dig. Seal from the right side, no good. Pearson, another diving attempt. Sessoms this time. But too much Randolph-Macon. As Colleen Beaver's going to get credit for the point, but it was number 21, Samantha Saladay, who made a fantastic highlight reel, if you will, dig. A sliding dig from the back row to keep that ball alive, and then Beaver put it away. And Randolph-Macon now has the ball at a 2-point lead. They look to go to Barrett once again. She is thwarted in the middle of the defense. Now Rossberg puts it away off of the block. And it looked like Virginia Wesleyan had it defended perfectly. But the ball had some spin on it coming off of the Ludovici block. And Randolph-Macon, the beneficiary of that point. They're going to have to go back to Barrett. They do. But another fantastic play by Saladay. She has really done an incredible job from the back row of keeping balls alive and allowing Randolph-Macon the opportunity to keep this lead. As slight as it may be, Randolph-Macon still does have the lead, 22-20. That's Kirsten Sessoms. And here's where Virginia Wesleyan made their big run when Sessoms served last time. So Randolph-Macon needs a quick side out, and they get it. That's Rossberg. They continue to go to Rossberg. She goes opposite, paints the line, and Randolph-Macon 2 points away from the ODAC crown. Hall in the middle, and miscommunication. That was so unfortunate. Denisha Hall slams it down through the middle, but a diving stop by Quinn sends the ball over the net and finds nothing but hardwood. As Randolph-Macon 1 point away from the championship, and there it is. The 2015 ODAC volleyball champions, Randolph-Macon College, and how appropriate that it was number 23, Courtney Lowers, with one more kill. More than 50 kills in 2 matches here today, and Randolph-Macon, by virtue of the 25-20 fourth set victory, takes the crown and the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. So the number 1 seed, who had a little bad taste in their mouths from last year when they lost at home in the quarterfinal round, exact a bit of revenge by winning an ODAC championship on their home court. And this group of seniors should be very proud of everything that they've accomplished. One of the better Randolph-Macon teams of recent years. This senior-laden group is going to advance to the NCAA tournament. That's going to leave Virginia Wesleyan, who was the 6th-ranked team in the region coming into this tournament, put up a good fight here this afternoon, but they will have to await their fate when the at-large berths are given out tomorrow to the 2015 NCAA Volleyball Championships. So that'll do it from here at Crenshaw Gymnasium. If you want to stick around on ODAClive.com, we will have the floor mic on. You'll be able to hear the announcements of the all-tournament team as well as the presentation of the trophy to Randolph-Macon College, your 2015 ODAC volleyball champions. It's been my pleasure to be here with you all day on ODAClive.com. We'd like to give one more big thank you to all of our sponsors, Molten USA, the official volleyball of the ODAC, as well as Virginia Farm Bureau Insurance. Remember, keep Virginia, Virginia. Field Turf and Chantel for allowing us to bring you the ODAC Championship live on the web. I'm Richie Wagoner, signing off after another successful volleyball tournament won by Randolph-Macon College. Thank you for joining us, and stick around for the trophy presentation and the all-tournament awards.
please direct your attention to the center of the court where J.J. Nekloff, Assistant Commissioner of the Old Dominion Athletic Conference, will recognize the 2015 Volleyball All-Conference team. All-Conference team members in attendance should come forward to be recognized. Third team All-ODAC recipients are from Bridgewater, Carly Stumpman. From Emory and Henry, Tristan Pennington. From Roanoke, Alexandra Martin and Allison White. From Shenandoah, Rachel Roberts. From Washington and Lee, Meg Guillen. The third team libero from Washington and Lee, Katie Volk. Second team All-ODAC honorees are from Emory and Henry, Hannah Doss and Kennedy Thomason. From Lynchburg, Jennifer Garrett. From Randolph-Macon, Erin Quinn. From Roanoke College, Jessica Block. From Shenandoah, Blake Parks. The second team libero from Virginia Wesleyan, Aaron Crowder. First team All-ODAC recipients from Randolph-Macon, Courtney Lowers. From Randolph-Macon, Katie Rosberg. The first team libero from Randolph-Macon, Samantha Saladay. From Virginia Wesleyan, Tiffany Barrett. Also from the Marlins, Kirsten Sessoms. From Washington and Lee, Al Ellsberg, and rounding out the first team, Mackenzie Sham. The Scholar Athlete of the Year from Guilford, Kelsey Ruling. The Rookie of the Year from Washington and Lee, Meg Guillen. The Volleyball Coach of the Year is Bill Rogers from Randolph-Macon. And your 2015 ODAC Player of the Year from Randolph-Macon, Courtney Lowers. Let's have another round of applause for these student athletes, your 2015 All-ODAC team. Now, fans, Assistant Commissioner Nekloff will recognize the 2015 All-ODAC tournament team. All tournament team members in attendance should come forward and be recognized. From Roanoke, number 11, Alexandra Martin. From Washington and Lee, number 23, Mackenzie Sham. From Virginia Wesleyan, number 18, Emily Pearson. From Virginia Wesleyan, number 24, Marin Crowder. From Randolph-Macon, number 23, Courtney Lowers. Number 4, Erin Quinn. And number 21, Samantha Saladay. Let's have another round of applause for these fine student athletes, your 2015 All-ODAC tournament team. First off, what a great championship and great tournament. The Old Dominion Athletic Conference congratulates Virginia Wesleyan for a great season. The Marlins record stands at 25-10, following their appearance in